3, 2, 1. Let's go. We live.
Yo, what's going on?
My man. Ooh, I'm gonna let Miles do his intro. Miles. What's going on?
It's your boy Miles Cunningham, man. I'm out here with my man Joey Hustle and Smoke. My man out in the park. Remember that episode of Boondocks when Granddad was out in the park getting lit? You know what I'm saying? My man out in the park.
No Henny bottle though. No Henny bottle, Mr. Miles. We keeping the kosher out here. No Henny bottle.
Yo, my nigga got the fucking full jar of shit. That's what I'm talking about.
No, come on, Mr. Miles.
This nigga.
Come on, Mr. Miles. So real quick, man, I just want to talk to the YouTube people. I know it's been a while. I've been out since I've been back. We've been working allegedly. You see my man right here, Mr. Miles. It took some time to bring these connections together, people.
Yep.
So I hope y'all enjoying. I hope y'all ready to check out what my man's got is offering service wise. Just tap in with the movement, man. It's a real dope brother right here. Shit, man. It's on it. Man, all we need is 1950, man. We're gonna get him in at some point, though.
Silverback Life.
Like I said, man.
Shout out to the big homie 1950, man.
Man, shouts out, man.
That's a solid OG right there, for real.
Man, oh man. But right now it's about you, Mr. Miles Cunningham. Let's go ahead and start it up, man. So what I want to start with, my brother, is can you go ahead and let the people know who you are, a little about yourself?
A little about myself. All right, well, man, look, man, I'm Miles Cunningham. And, to be honest, that's an AKA, you know what I'm saying? My real name is not hard to find, but I am, this is the Miles Cunningham brand. I'm not hiding anything. It's really just a business thing. I got different businesses that I run. So my real name is for something else, but this is the Miles Cunningham brand. I've been rocking with, the big homie Lucario, Mr. Lucario, for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Go to MrLucario.com. Check him out. But, that's the big homie. Me and him been business partners for over 15 years, bro. Like we 20 years, really. You know what I'm saying? We started out doing music. I was making the beats. You know what I'm saying? He was writing the raps. You know what I'm saying? We've been, and it's crazy because we started out, a lot of our songs had to do with relationship shit, like dealing with chicks and, sex and all this different stuff. And now we're actually on, these YouTube platforms and these websites talking about, dating and relationships and dealing with females and stuff. So, it's like everything just came full circle, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, me and him have been rocking forever. You know what I'm saying? And then when the YouTube thing came out after MySpace and all that YouTube thing came out, we got on there and, we learned how to handle the websites and content and intellectual property was the opening of it. You understand? When we realized that you can actually, seriously, it's real shit. Like when you
the resume just goes on.
Yeah, like you realize that you can create something and then make it something digital, like digital intellectual property, and continue to build on it and continue, you monetize it and you continue to make it, and then you stay consistent with the content. And it's just something that turned into a great business model for us, which led us to the Bad Boy membership. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to the Bad Boy membership, man.
Appreciate you, man. Like if y'all really want to get to the real core of what we do, www.badboymembership.com. Just exactly how it's spelled, badboymembership.com. It's a subscription service where we talk about confidence, we talk about dating, we talk about how to deal with women, manhood, masculinity, and getting in touch with who you actually are and understanding your own value as a man. Because these days it seems like it's tough for men to really access their own value. It's like they think value got to do with shit like this. You know what I'm saying? They think value got to do with shit like this, or they clothes, or they money, or they looks. And it's like we trying to look, niggas who do what they got to do to look good, smell good, feel good. But at the same time, we know that the value comes from within. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we try to really, that's the message that we try to really push. You understand? Our slogan is the truth is inside you. You understand? So everything begins inside. You understand? All of the external stuff is just an extension of what's going on inside you. You understand? So if a nigga out here fucked up in the game looking bummy, then there's something going on inside him that he needs to fix. And if a nigga's out here, successful, doing his thing, cool with the ladies.
I need to take notes. I need to take notes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. His money's in order. He's on point. You know what I'm saying? He always got a smile on his face and he's actually genuinely happy. Then that has to do with something that's going on inside of him as well. You understand? Mm-hmm. So the point is, don't look too far. You know what I'm saying? For what's real. Don't look too far, because wherever you go, there you are. You feel me?
Wow, that's deep, man. That's deep, man, listen, man. I was blown away by the resume, bro. Pause, man. I'm like, man. We need a 2-hour segment on this one.
Niggas been rocking for years, bro. Over 20 years of work. Like niggas went out and celebrated when they sold the first 5 copies of the first book niggas wrote. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, how to have sex with 2 women a day?
Yeah, how to have sex with 2 women.
Yeah, bro.
My man Lucario wrote that book. I did the cover. I took the photographs and made used the PowerPoint to make. Photoshop to make the cover and all that shit.
Hey, man, you can't tell people the recipe, man. You can't tell people, man. Come on, man. You gotta
but that's the beauty. The beauty is to tell people the recipe. The beauty is to be open with the game, because when you truly understand game, you understand that, nigga, I could tell you the whole thing, and still not feel threatened. Why? Because I'm me and you're you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We ain't the same nigga. So I can tell you everything. I can tell you all the secrets, but you still not gonna get the same results I get. You feel me?
Man, bro, that is so deep. And I say that's deep because I feel like, especially just in the comings and goings of life, like very, very, very rarely are we reminded that no matter how many people are trying to head the same direction we headed towards, we all individual headed towards that direction, right? So what does that mean? That means that I know I have my journey. So when I'm done here, I'm gonna get on the train and get home. But just because the gentleman got on the train with me, don't mean he on the same time as me. Don't mean he's riding around with me. Exactly. And it's like, as people, it's either we don't give enough validity to it, or we just simply in the midst of the comings and goings, we don't think about it. But it's in individuality, it's almost like a forgotten art, bro. So like, and it's not, and not only is it a forgotten art, but to the point where, like, you know, if we're not talking to a Miles Cunningham, or we're not talking to a Mr. Lucario, you might not be hearing the verbiage that you're supposed to hear. You know, it's just real filler, bro. So I definitely understand where you're coming from when you say that, and I wholeheartedly agree, man. Real quick though, big dog, real quick, man. So, you know, what the first topic I want to cover, you know, one thing that comes to mind, just real quickly, you know, I'm a huge fan of Nas, right? Probably, hey man, allegedly the biggest Nas fan you'll meet, allegedly. So this is not, you know, Nas dropped the lyric one time. He had said something to the tune of, "How this nigga rich? He snuck in with no citizenship." So to me, when I first heard that bar, I went ballistic, because you think about it, and you're like, man, like, where, like, and you think about, you know, wealth and stuff. You know, obviously there's people that have it, there's people that acquire it, there's people that don't have it, right? But you ask yourself, like, man, like, how is it that someone who isn't red, white, and blue, fence around the corner, you know what I mean, making such a good living? And not to put the emphasis on the living, but as immigrants, or because honestly, I am too, bro. It is what it is, man. We all immigrants out this motherfucker. Anyway, allegedly. Don't want to scare the people now, but anyway, so we're taught that immigrants are almost like third class citizens, you know, and it's obviously very atrocious. It's very biased. But when I heard that bar, I was like, oh shit, that's a fact. Like, there's dudes that, and I'm not saying, you know, necessarily you follow the demographic, but there's dudes that never had to fill out a job application, balling the fuck out, wasn't born here, wasn't all of that. So I say that to say, and to correlate it to you, because you've actually kind of mentioned how you weren't necessarily born in the US and stuff, and how was your experience coming from, especially Jamaica? what was your experience like, bro? And how, like, when it came time to integrate, assimilate, like what was one of the first areas you told yourself, like, yo, I gotta get on this before I get on anything else, type shit?
Right. Well, my first thing was my first thing was like really getting with the language. You know what I'm saying? And then when I say language, I don't just mean the English language, but I mean how, like, self-expression.
Being able to have a conversation, say whatever you need to say in the language.
Right.
I got
Right.
you.
Being able to relate to the, to the natives, so to speak. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. See, the thing is, coming from Jamaica, you have to understand that Jamaicans speak English because we were colonized. We were colonized by the British. You understand? So we already understood the Queen's English, which is what America also speaks. So it wasn't that much of a difference. And then the fact is, when I actually came from Jamaica to America, I was at the age of 3. You understand? So it didn't take much. It didn't take much for me to like start to assimilate, with the language and with the way people express themselves and the way people sounded. And I'm gonna tell you something else about myself. I have what they called not a perfect ear, but I have a melodic ear. So that means if you give me 15, 20 minutes, I can recreate the melody of almost any song on a piano. Right?
Wait. Hold on, Mr. Miles. So you saying just by, let's say I pay a you'll be able to beep, or
no?
You'll be able to hear something and then just automatically be able to kind of replicate it.
Yes, I'm not saying I'm gonna play that shit like Chopin or Beethoven. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying is, if you give me a melody, I can figure out the notes like without having to.
Okay.
Yeah, I can figure out the notes without having to look at any music written down, like any written music notes. You understand what I'm saying? Just through sound. But with that being said, I can listen to the way somebody talks. You understand? And I can kind of replicate it. So that's why I don't know if you watch a lot of the live streams. I'll be doing impersonations. I'll be doing different voices.
No, Miles, bro, please do the voice, bro. You know what voice it is. Hi guys. I'm just calling because I have a problem with dude. You've gotten so good at that voice in particular, bro. People haven't even picked up the phone yet, and you already know that voice is going to have to come out. Please, just once, bro.
Wait, you talking about the white guy voice?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes. Hey, guys.
But this is Mike Cunningham. I just wanted to get on here and talk to my brother from another mother, Joey Hustle and Smoke. Because I had to as the young kids say, I had to chop up game. I had to chop up with him.
You know what I'm saying? But see, all of that comes from my ear. You understand? All of that comes from my ear. So I can listen to another person talk just for a little while and kind of like, learn how to make it my own. You understand what I'm saying? So I came straight to New York from Jamaica, basically. Right. You understand? Basically, straight to New York from Jamaica.
And not for nothing, real quickly, Mr. Miles. That's like a lot of people kind of make that shift, right?
Yeah,
kind of like how you would say like Haiti would go to like Miami, for lack of a better term or situation. Well, go ahead.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So I came, straight from Jamaica to New York, and hanging around my little cousins and coming up a certain way and going to school and hearing people talk. It was easy for me to really assimilate and really get comfortable with the way people talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but because it was already in your comings and goings. I got
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time though, I can hear if I start to get into a closer relationship with somebody, they could tell me that they could detect certain elements of a Caribbean accent though, depending on who I was, talking to. You feel me?
Right.
So, so it's still there. A part of it is still there. But overall, I was able to assimilate easy because I had a certain ear for it. And I came into the game when I was very young. So, learning how to speak in that American tongue, came really easy for me. It wasn't much for me to have to switch up, because it's not like I stayed in Jamaica till I was like 17. You feel me? Like I was only in Jamaica till age 3. And they say most of your impressionable years is like from age 4 to like 10 or some shit, like 4 to 9. You feel me? So yeah. I was able to come to America before all that. So I was able to kind of like, kind of acclimate to the shit.
Kind of quote unquote sidestep it.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit. Yeah.
And real quick, man, because I was made privy to a pretty interesting point, and I honestly didn't I noticed it, but I didn't think it was a thing until the point was brought up. So why is it that people, and of course if you can answer, why is it that people that come from Jamaica, not like the people that are in, like, let's say for example in New York already? Like, is this strictly a difference in culture thing? Is it I know in New York they have a different set of ideals, and I can't fuck with whatever ideals is here because I already have mine. Because real quickly, I've noticed another thing I've also noticed is that Jamaican people are just really prideful, man. Shouts out to the Jamaican culture, man, because it's a real beautiful culture once you get into the logistics of it. But with that being said, someone who is prideful is knows who they are. They gonna come anywhere they come with their own ideals. You know what I mean? So can you let me in a little bit on why it is that there's that disconnect from people that migrate to the States to people that have already been there, but are of kin, quote unquote?
Well, first, there's something that needs to be understood about the difference between people that grow up in tropical climates and people that grow up in temperate climates. You understand? Like you have to understand something about the importance of climate, right? When you come from a tropical climate, you can pretty much farm and vegetate and harvest food all year round.
Right, because you got the water, the sun.
Exactly, all year round. You get what I'm saying? I mean, maybe it might rain for a couple months out the year, a little more than other months, but other than that, it's warm enough for you to plant and reap food all year round. Like, you have different fruits and vegetables that are seasonal, but still, I'm eating all year round. You understand? So
Miles, we know that. I know you lost some weight, Miles, but we know you eating good.
Right. But so in the tropical climates, in places like even in places like Africa, all the Caribbean, all that stuff, South America, we because food is not that big of an issue, we focus on different things. You understand? So I
see what you're saying.
Yeah, in those tropical climates, we focus a little bit more on our social pride and how we stand and how we look to the person next to us and how we treat our family and how we treat our friends. And, even if we're poor and broke, we still iron our clothes and make sure our shit is neat and clean and all that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when you come to, the United States, that's considered a temperate climate where you have all 4 seasons. So you have half the time is cold, half the time is warm. You understand? So there's only a certain amount of time, subconsciously, there's only a certain amount of time for us to reap food, to plant and reap food. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So no, absolutely, bro.
So with that being said, there's other things that need to be focused on. So if we understand, the cold weather is about to come, so we need to focus on this. We need to prepare for this. We need to switch up our attitude and go, set up things that we could survive through the winter, so to speak. You understand?
Right. No, exactly.
So that gives a different mindset to the entire society. Period.
Yes. And real quickly, Miles, I'm sure you have a little more to add to that, but real quickly, I honestly once you spoke on kind of how they have the land, so they don't necessarily worry about food. They have more time, quote unquote, to worry about the pride and all of that. Man, that's deep, because in the end of the day, bro, like that's what is, like, I don't know if we is the term, but in America we're taught that it's like fuck, man, my fault, bro.
Are you good?
Give me a second to get that point, man. We're told to have pride, right? put the flag high, wave it in the air, all of that.
Right.
And that's what's severely lacking nowadays. Like you look across the board, you look at the field you're in, the dating game, quote unquote. Pride is the farthest thing. It's like first is the desire, second is how much am I gonna pay to fulfill this desire,
right,
and then third is whatever is third, but and that's why it's real profound that you say that when you mention that it's a pride thing, because to some people pride is everything, bro. Like you ain't gonna just disrespect somebody. Yeah, you
still here? You still good? You still good?
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, you still good?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting.
Nah, keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah. So it's a pride thing, and to some people pride is everything, bro. And with that being said, I just wanted to interject with that because I do know like the pride thing goes deep. Like dudes is willing to do more than kill about some pride, bro.
Right.
I get that.
Right. And another thing too, you got to understand too is that
Did you have anything else to add to that?
No. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can you hear me?
You're in and out, bro.
I'm in and out. Okay.
Yep.
You.
Yeah, I think there's a. Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? All right, I can hear you too, buddy.
Okay, all right. So I was just saying that being that a lot of us island people do come to the States, and many of us are immigrants. A lot of us bring that type of pride too with us. You understand? A lot of us, so especially in like the Latino community and the Caribbean community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, within like places like New York, the tri-state area and shit like that, and even in Los Angeles, like there's a certain level of pride that that comes into play, and that's why there's so much gang shit. That's why there's so much niggas getting murdered on the street side, because there is a tribal entity. There is a pride entity that speaks through us. You understand? So we're not going to let anybody disrespect us, disrespect our family, disrespect our set, disrespect our community or our group. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we're from a place where we're not worried about food and survival. So we actually have the luxury of having social rules and standards. So if you come over to my spot and you disrespect me, I'm gonna have to flex and show you why
you're liable to do whatever the fuck. Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of it.
And so would you say, because you did mention something interesting when you said that groups kind of like you won't quote unquote you won't disrespect my people, my tribe, my whatever. But that's kind of where the disconnect is made personally, because like I said, I don't know if you could relate, but I've noticed that like it's almost like a true disdain coming from, let's say because I'm Dominican, right? Let's say we have two Dominicans fresh off the boat.
Right.
If they're not in the same family, they could very well clash.
Right.
And that's where the disconnect comes with me, because I'm under the same kind of notion that you're under, where it's a pride thing. It's like, yo, this is our team. We are these people. So ain't nobody gonna fuck with us, right?
Right.
So why is it such a disdain from one person to another within the group, though? The group. Maybe they're not family, but let's say I'm Jamaican, you're Jamaican, you move down the block, and I think, oh, another Jamaican brother, let me go reach out to him.
Right.
And maybe you'll look at me like I'm a weirdo because I've been here a little longer. You know what I mean? So my question is like, why does that persist? Like, is it like, oh, these are just lazy fucking Americans? We came from the gutter.
Right.
Is it like kind of that? Is it that, or is it more of just a pride thing?
It's like, like I said, it's just a difference of social dynamics in general, bro. It's really just a difference of social dynamics, because you come from one climate to another climate, and you realize that you have to focus and worry about different things. So when I come over here and I see you focused and worried about certain things, I'm looking at you like, yo, why are you worried and focused on that? You understand?
Right,
And then I look at you like the fact that you're worried and focused about this, and this makes you, stupid in my eyes. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, now that makes sense.
And then vice versa. You see me coming over here. I'm still not with the language. I'm still not with the fashion. I'm still not with the norms of self-expression. Right. So, so that's why like for a long time in New York, Brooklyn, all of the Haitians came in wearing loud clothes and shit. And niggas was literally. Yeah, niggas was, the word Haitian itself was a fucking insult.
Yeah.
You remember that shit? And shout out to all my Haitians. I'm not saying this to disparage any Haitians. I'm just bringing up a historical fact. But the point is, and the same thing with Jamaicans too, but it was just a little different because Jamaicans still had a different feel to them. We wore loud clothes, but Jamaicans had a certain charisma that still kind of connected with the African American community. But the problem with Haitians is that they spoke a whole different language. You understand? So they came in with the loud clothes, but they also spoke Creole and French. And so the disconnect was even heavier. So niggas was hating on Haitians for a minute until niggas kind of finally assimilated and realized, shit, they my brothers. I need to stop doing that shit. You feel me? So it's really all about social dynamics and the differences. But see, the root, like the basic level is what I was talking about, where when you come from a climate where you can produce food 365 days a year, you worry about different things. You understand? But when you come over to a different type of climate, your focus kind of gets restructured. You understand? Right. So when I come over here and I'm looking at you, I'm like, what's up with this nigga, man? We used to do this. We used to do that. You don't even, you don't even
just smoking weed
no more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, at the same time, you looking at me like, nigga, why you dressing like that? Why you talking like that? Why you doing that? Like, I've been here for too long. We don't do that type of shit no more. You understand what I'm saying? And then at the same time, everybody's trying to fit in. Everybody's trying to network. Everybody's trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? And we know that
especially come up, bro.
Yeah, in order to come up, you need to assimilate somewhat. You need to align yourself with other people. You need to be able to create relationships. And how can we relate if we're focused on different things? You feel me? So that's where the difficulty comes in. You feel me?
Wow, bro. Okay, that makes perft sense, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you the extreme.
Get him, boy.
Give me the extreme. Check it out. Why you think white people are so fucking calculated and cold? White people, if you think about white people grew up in a frigid climate where they could only produce food 3 months out the year. You understand?
I see what you're saying.
Old.
So you a little more on point when you ain't eating as much.
Exactly. Think about it for a second. Back in the day, niggas had to create kingdoms and castles. Why? Because they had 3 months out the year to grow and harvest food. Once you harvest the food, you have to protect the food. Because the nigga, miles
be hungry and come for it.
That exactly. So I had to create a stronghold. I had to create castles and kingdoms.
Almost like borders.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to create a castle and put a moat around that shit. And I had to have wars with other kings from other kingdoms because they was coming to take my resources that we stocked up for those 3 months, and we need to survive for the next 9 months.
So I wanted some of this.
Exactly. I got to feed all my people. So this is why, and again, no offense to anybody that's watching that's white, but I'm just talking about historical shit that leads to the characteristics of our different personalities culturally. White people are calculated, bro. They're not like, that's why they don't know how to dance like us. That's why they don't know how to move like us, because 9 months out the year,
they gotta ask their left foot to move their right foot.
Right. They're not even listening to music. They're trying to figure out how to protect the food that they was able to amass for those 3 months. So they got to be very focused, bro. White people are some of the most focused people on the planet because of how their ancestors grew in the world. That's why all of them figured out how to be pioneers and explore and fucking, get the spices and bring back to the country and trade and barter and all of that shit. Because they realized that because their climate in the Caucasus Mountains and in the northern regions of England and all them places, it was too cold. So they could only make food for 3 months out the year, three to 6 months out the year. They were super focused on survival, bro. And they wasn't about to let nobody fuck with that. So when they came in contact with people of different color skin, they was already ready to annihilate niggas. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
Not just because they hate niggas.
At that point, human nature code.
Exactly. At that point, it was survival, bro. It wasn't about I hate you because of your skin. No, it was like, wait, who are these fucking cock diesel, cut up? Because we was cut up. We was in the fields. We was in the desert.
We still are, bro.
You feel me? We was in the tropical climates, climbing trees, and niggas had snacks and you know what I'm saying? So when they saw us for the first time, they was like, God damn, who are these niggas? Yo, let's figure out a way to fucking give us an advantage over them because we need to survive. That's all that shit was, bro. And then it developed into a racial thing because it's like, well, fuck that. Anybody that look like that, I'm gonna automatically annihilate them because I already know that they stronger than me. You understand what I'm saying?
And imagine, and not for nothing, man. Not to get too political, but imagine if one chose the latter to join them forces, bro. Shit would have been crazy, man.
Yeah,
and I mean, but we ain't gonna cry over spilled milk, But in the end of the day, it's like it's crazy because, like, it's a thought that one wouldn't just have, but bro, there's all the way truth in what you just said, bro.
But and check this out. Why would I think about joining forces when for the last century, all I've been doing is trying to protect my food against other niggas trying to take my food that look like me?
Well, yeah. Okay.
You understand? So if you don't look like me, and that's what I've been used to for the last century or so, why the fuck would I trust you?
Or just out the blue, just tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'm gonna trust this person now.
Exactly.
Nah, I got it. Okay.
Bro, when you really break this shit down, it's like, and you really truly understand,
it's like an awakening almost.
I don't even trust me, bro. I don't trust white people, but I don't blame them for the way they are like that, bro. You understand? And anybody I meet personally, you treat me good, I'll treat you good. That's the type of person I am. But overall, I know white people and I know why they are the way that they are. And I know that it's in their nature to choose to annihilate other motherfuckers first than to choose to link up. You get what I'm saying? And it's not even their fault. It's because I know what I know. So because of that, I don't hate white people, but because I already know your nature due to centuries of
human nature
programming, it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me for not going to get the vaccine because I don't trust these motherfuckers. You feel me?
Hey, man. Shit, bro. Listen, man. And like you said, bro, human nature extends, bro, because in the end of the day, like, you brought up a complex situation like that, but we see too many white people around the way, and we might be smoking a joint or something. We looking at them like they the cops, and that's just because that's what we was programmed.
Right.
We were programmed as like a cops and robbers type of game, where if it ain't the white people, it's gonna be the this demographic. It's gonna be that person over there, and it's like a continuous battle, bro. And that's my thing, man. It's like, in the end of the day, you could only ponder, because history is history. It's gonna continue to be that, but. I just sit and think at times like, man, like, if the original decision was, all right, man, look, we put a little here, we put a little there, kumbaya, everybody living, eating, whatever.
Right.
Imagine, just picture it. That's all you could really do is picture it, but really, you know what I mean? But wow, bro, that was real profound, bro. I appreciate that, man, for sure, man.
Yes,
but let's change up the scenery real quick, man. No pun intended. So I just to give you a little background, I spent a very minute amount of time looking into photography, playing around with the camera.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a power shot at home. I don't got nothing too crazy.
Okay.
But I could take a couple things, and I remember, looking into YouTube videos and stuff. And like all of these fucking concepts, dude, aperture, fucking brightness setting, fucking are you facing the sun? Are you not facing the sun?
Yep.
I know you, shouts out to your business. I know you do your photography thing. If you want to plug that in right after this, you could go ahead and do that. But I know you that's kind of like your thing. How did you go to school? What was it that like? Because like I said, I spent about let's give it 6 months. Going to some places in New York. Feeling like a photographer allegedly, or masquerading as one anyway.
Right.
And like I said, I just remember all these concepts and like not only, but not to say that they're concepts like that just falls on deaf ears. They actually work towards a better product. But like, how the fuck, bro, did you have the time, the patience, and all of that to like get it? You know what I mean? Can you let me in a little on that?
All right. Well, first of all, you got to understand that it's a part of my family. So my uncle, he was a like a event family photographer, and he spent a lot of time with my mother, and she developed a liking for photography, just general photography. You know what I'm saying? So then there was a time when after I was born, my dad went to the United States, and so me and my mom was still in Jamaica, and my dad was in New York, and so they was sending letters and pictures and shit back and forth on some romantic love shit, like, oh, I miss you and blah blah blah. So my dad would send some bread, back to my mom's and tell her to buy some dresses and shit. So I told you my mom already was into photography, so she would give me. I'm 2 and 3 years old, and she put the camera in my hand and told me to look through the hole and say, make sure you see all of mommy. You understand? And then when you see all of mommy, press the button, because she was having me take pictures of her in her new dresses or whatever to send those pictures back.
Yeah.
To my pops. Okay. You understand? So that's me at age 3 already taking pictures. You understand what I'm saying? My mom showed me some of the joints that I actually took when I was 3, and shit was all right. Like, I had my mom in the frame. You know what I'm saying? I had my mom in the frame. Like, it was cool. Like, it was just some regular point and shoot, old Kodak bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the matter is, I was looking through the hole and pressing the button and doing my thing. So that's me when I was 3. Now, ever since coming up, I've always had a camera in my possession. You understand what I'm saying? I was always taking pictures and taking it to the store to develop the film and all that type of shit. And then when I found out about digital photography, I was like, oh shit, that's cool. Where you don't even need to take the shit to the store. You just put that shit on your computer. You know what I'm saying? So I was hyped about that. And then one thing led to another. And like I told you, me and Lucario was working. And then
shouts out to Lucario.
Shouts out to Lucario. So we paid this nigga to do a photo shoot for the first album we did. You understand? And I'm watching this nigga. I'm watching the photographer. And no disrespect, but I was like, for the fact that I've been taking pictures all them fucking years, I'm like, yo, I could do this shit. And we paying this nigga how much? Like, we paid this nigga about a fucking stack to fucking do the fucking pictures, bro. And this was back in like the 90s. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, we paying this nigga a stack to do a quick photo, like a half-hour photo shoot.
He was trying to put his kids through college with y'all, man. Shit.
This old white dude, you know what I'm saying? And
of course. and
I'm like, yo, shout out to him. Like, get your money. I'm not hating on the hustle, but what I'm saying is, when I know that
I'm doing the same now, allegedly.
I'm not hating on the hustle, but I'm looking at you do your thing, and I'm like, hold up, bro, I could do that though. So then I started taking pictures for the squad, for the team, and for Lucario. You understand what I'm saying? And I went and got myself a 12 megapixel Olympus digital camera, and we was taking pictures and putting them up on MySpace and all of that hot shit. You understand? It was like, bro, like,
what a time.
If you look at most of the pictures that you see of Lucario online, like, that's me. Like, all that shit is me, bro. All that shit.
I believe it, bro.
Honestly,
not only to interject real quickly, not only have I seen some of the stuff Lucario's posted picture wise, but also I've seen some of your personal work, bro. And like I said, bro, I've definitely, and I what I appreciate about that, bro, personally, is that I could tell that just judging off that, you're a real, like, I'm able to compartmentalize everything type of person, to where you might be on YouTube 3-4 times a week,
right?
But you know that your business is what you trying to push the most of,
right?
Even though people might not know you have that business from watching you on YouTube exclusively.
Right.
I know it because I've been watching for about 2 years, bro. Keep it a buck with you. So I some of the things that you, like I said, the Jamaica thing, you've mentioned it a couple, bro, very, very minute times that you've, very, very rare times, bro, where you go into like a soliloquy.
Yeah.
But when you do, bro, it's like a whole monologue, bro. But it's some dope shit though. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
But it's like, man, okay, finally, it's like Jay Electronica spoke. Okay, let's listen, please. But and that just goes to show that when you say that you feeling good and you say that your life is going A, B, C, and D, is no other choice but to not only believe you, but like, man, let me see how I could do some things differently then, because that's a good example. You know what I mean? A lot of people, that's the downfall right there, bro. The timing angle, the overly ambitious angle, and shit. Maybe you are overly ambitious, but I can't tell you that from the work ethic that you're necessarily from the work ethic you're displaying. But I can't tell that that if I gotta be live on YouTube at 6 on a Wednesday, I could still do that photo gig on a Friday. I don't gotta act like I'm a motherfucking YouTuber only. You know what I mean? And like I said, bro, that's very commendable, man. First and foremost, bro. Because like I said, we're not. I feel like I know I'm not exposed to a bunch of examples like that. So like I said, when I see it, I just look at myself and see where I could make a change or two, because it's a real humbling state to be in, because you're not looking at everything from the angle of I'm in competition, or I gotta get this done by this deadline. It's strictly you just working on yourself, bro. So man, salute to that, big dog.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
But to go back on the photo thing, though, I don't know if
the photo thing, like like the thing is like when you've been doing something for years and you have a true love for it. And it's crazy because I realized that it's something that I would do for free, bro. Like when you figure out something that you would do without pay, then that's the shit that you should do. You understand what I'm saying,
bro? That hit different.
I'm telling you, like when you because photography is something I love, bro. I love it, bro. Like I love it.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. I know there was a period of time, to not to replay history too much, but I know it was one time when you was talking about how you had you and Lucario were talking about somebody, I ain't gonna say no names, man, but somebody baby moms, certain light-skinned gentlemen's baby moms and all that. You know what I mean? And I remember you had said something to the tune of you were there, like you may have took a couple pictures of her.
Yeah. And
like when you explained it, it wasn't like you was jumping out the page like, yo, bro, I done took pictures of the baddest I'd ever seen. It was just like, nah, man. It was about actually performing the craft and putting and doing the body of work instead of, oh yeah, let me try to see if I could backdoor my way into some ass.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
And
bro.
That's the thing, bro. And that's why, like, that's why I definitely wanted to talk on this specifically. Because I could tell that the integrity is there as it pertains to your business and all of that. So man. And like I said, I spent some time, bro. The only reason why I stopped is because I don't know, bro. Like it's just a lot, bro. It was so much.
Nigga. I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest with you? If you stop, then that means you don't love it, bro. I'm gonna tell you that real. You don't love it. You gotta find something that you truly love, my nigga. What do you love, man? What do you love? What
turn this into a consultation real quick?
What could you? No, seriously, on some real shit. What could you do day in, day out without getting one fucking dollar from anybody?
Man, honestly, bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I think I'm still finding out what exactly that is.
Well, that's what it is then, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's truly nothing wrong with that, because my nigga, I've been taking pictures since I was 3. And that whole time I ain't realized that I could do it professionally until I was like damn near 30. You get what I'm saying? I was I was like 26, 27 when I realized, hold up. Niggas is out here getting
25 now.
I could do it. I could really do it, but I ain't really, but bro, I'll be honest with you. I ain't really start taking it super seriously as a business until I was like 29, 30, bro. You get what I'm saying?
And real quick, is there a certain reason for that?
I don't know.
Not only just I guess not knowing that you could take it as far as you have.
No, let me tell you. You know that expression, money is the root of all evil?
Shit, yes, sir.
That shit is wrong, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, it's little limiting beliefs like that made me think that I couldn't do photography professionally. Why? Because I love photography so much. I thought I would taint my love of photography if I tried to turn it into a business. You get what I'm saying?
Wow, that's deep, bro.
So it kind of the money is the root of all evil. It kind of separated me from thinking about making money off of photography. You get what I'm saying?
And at the end of the day, it hindered you.
Exactly. When the truth of it is, the love of money is the root of all evil, not money itself.
Oh, hold up, man. Hold up. We gotta pretend to hit the soundboard. Man, I gotta get that sound, man. That's another thing, yo. You guys are a killer with that soundboard, man.
Yeah, no, Lakari got all this shit ready. Hell yeah. I got a couple joints. I got some shit.
Yo, Miles, if I ever get the chance to, bro, I'ma love to get in the stream with you guys, man. Because, man, I tell you, bro, I just be laughing, bro. I'm sorry, man. and even though it be real shit though, it be, you know, y'all be talking real shit, but
yeah,
it's like, you know, you mixing the callers that y'all get and the stuff they say, you know, actually breaking down what happens out in the real world and then correlating it to you guys' message. Like,
right.
It'd be the funniest thing in the world, man. Most of it,
man.
You and then 1950, man. Oh man, 1950 when he's so patient, bro. And then he'll have that 1 second when he'll like, all right, yeah, I gotta slap shit out.
Yeah, that's what I gotta get at this little nigga, like, for real.
Yo, bro, I'm like, yo, dude is brave as fuck, dude. I'm like, man, like, yo, I know these dudes just got on the channel.
Facts,
man. But so to go back though, Miles. So another question I want to ask you is if you could recommend let's say a starter camera, because like I said, I got a little power shot. I don't think it's like the only thing really is that you can't really change the lens on it. You know what I mean? I've taken some dope shots and stuff, but I do want to upgrade at some point and get back into it, even if it's just for whenever I got the time, whatever. You know, I still do have a lot of interest in just the art of the photo, bro. Not only, you know, like you gotta stand at the right, you gotta be at the right place mentally to see a person looking their best. You know, like that shit that people don't think nothing about, because people think all you could do is this. Press a button and you take a flick. And even though you can do that, it's still such an art to pictures.
Right.
Photography, you know. So what do you recommend, with all that being said, what do you recommend as a starter camera?
All right. Well, if you
ain't a thing. Let's say money ain't a thing.
If you like photography, right. You know, and you because you have different brands. So if you like Canon, I say a good place to start is the Canon Rebel T8i right now.
Rebel T8, okay.
Yeah, the Rebel T8i. And if you like Sony, I'd say the Sony 6400.
6400.
Yeah, the Sony.
The first one is the Rebel T8i. You said, right?
Yeah, the Rebel T8i. Yeah. So the you have the Sony A6400, and then you have the Canon Rebel T8i. Now, both of these cameras, you can switch out the lenses. You understand? So you can put different lenses on to learn what different kinds of lenses do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, and I'll tell you. So I went and I took a basic exposure class. Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I went and I found a photography school in New York City, and I took a basic exposure class. So the basic exposure class, what it does is it goes through all the basic elements of photography having to do with light. You understand?
Did you go to the real quick, bro? The school, the downtown joint. It's like by like isn't it by like Midtown or some shit like that?
No. The one I went to was this little joint. It was on 14th Street.
Oh,
it was this little joint. It was this little joint on 14th Street.
I know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
so they taught me everything I needed to know about ISO, aperture, shutter speed, focus. focus, depth of field, perspective, composition, and compression. There's a lot of different little ideas that you need to understand about photography before you even start, because the whole class we only shot in black and white. You understand? We only shot in monochrome, which means black and white. So, and it was to really try to get us to understand how to use light.
The color, no? Yes.
Right. Light. Because once you know how to use light, then you could bring in the color. Because once you know how to use light correctly, the colors will work themselves out. But a lot of niggas don't understand how to expose shit right. They don't understand how to, angle their subject to put them in the right, in the right light,
Mr. Miles,
like this type of things. All those things is different.
You could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a shoot from the hip on this one.
Go ahead.
But when you don't have the eye for detail, it's really hard for you to be a photographer.
Exactly.
Because I feel like I have that much under my belt, which is why I felt like, why not go like dive in and see like, how it is, what would it, how much it would take like time wise to actually learn it and stuff. Yeah. But when the eye for detail isn't there, bro, it's like you could change the aperture, the grain settings, whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. And you're still not gonna have the product of somebody that has their name on the top right bottom right corner of a picture. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So see, in the end of the day,
that's right. That's exactly why I said to you earlier. I said I could sit here and tell you all the secrets. You understand? But your product is not going to be the same as mine because you're you and I'm me. You understand? So I'll tell you all of my settings and everything. And my picture's gonna come out different. Why? Because I have a different eye for detail. I might put my model in a different spot. You understand? I might shoot the picture where that bright light is behind her, so it creates a halo effect. And you ain't even think about that shit. You see what I'm saying? All that type of shit I'm thinking about as a photographer. You just like, well, this bitch is sexy. Let me take a picture of this bitch. Like, and I'm not thinking about that shit. I don't give a fuck how sexy the bitch is.
Bro. I gave you credit for that, bro. That's exactly, a fact, bro. It just showed that it wasn't like,
you know what I'm talking about.
It wasn't who was in front of you. It was just like, I got a chance to get paid or whatever the fuck, or have the chance to do what I like to do.
Exactly.
Before anything, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So now I want to transition it a little bit, my brother. So as you know, as I've told you a couple times, even in the stream, I've been watching for some time, and I've noticed that when I first started watching, you definitely mentioned a little bit about because like I said, through the years you always have callers, man. Always have one caller, always two of them callers. It never fails, bro. So I remember there was this one point when I first started listening, and I remember like it was yesterday, and dude was like, man, like I have this young lady over in my house, and I'm just like, man, like, should I light her up or whatever? And like he's asking y'all if he should light the L when the young lady's in his house. And I'm not, not to get into the details of what that was, but I say that to say that I remember you and Lucario specifically, like kind of like hinting to like, we smoke a little bit, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, shouts out to Lucario, man. Send him my best, bro. But he be looking hot shit sometimes. Respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? If he is, hey, God bless him, man. It's legal now in New York. So I hope he is smoking up. But anyway, so you guys kind of hinted to it. So now I raised the question directly. Do you, brother, partake in what is known as the cannabis?
Yes, I do.
Cannabis.
Yes, I do, sir. not every day, but at least a couple times a week. You know what I'm saying?
So can you? Okay, well, yeah. There's that. So now my question, now that I you want to plug in your photography joint yet though?
It's my whole photography shit is Pavillon Photo, Pavion Photo. .com and then my and it's the same shit on Instagram. Pavillon Photo on Instagram, and then also Pavillon Photo Weddings on Instagram. So check me out. Pavillon PAVION photo and PAVION photo weddings on Instagram.
Check out a real photographer, people.
Yeah.
He's here for hire, man. But all right,
Appreciate
so now that I've kind of unveiled that, do you use like weed as, is it a creative thing? Is it just a regular chill, laid back thing? Like have you changed your uses through the years? Like can you get a little into that?
Yeah. Well, for me, I know how I am when I smoke. And I can't have important shit to do when it's time to smoke. So I usually smoke at the end of the day. I'm not one of those functional weed head type of cats. You know what I'm saying? I am not that. I'm not like my man Joey.
Allegedly.
You feel me? Like I gotta for me it's something that I use to relax, to chill, to watch a movie, to kind of, vibe with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, I used to have roommates and shit, and we used to smoke damn near every night. You understand what I'm saying? And watch movies and laugh and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Just wild out all the time. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I still smoked. But like I said, it's something that I do at the very end of the day. You understand? Yo. Joey Hustle is still going, but he paused, man. But anyway, let me just say what I was saying. So smoking is something. If I am gonna partake, it's something that I do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do too much. I just get a little hit in a one hitter. In the glass pipe or whatever. Sometimes I roll a blunt, but a blunt could last me a whole week. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I do that. Like I don't really go too hard with it. Because it's not a habit. It's not nothing I'm addicted to. It's not nothing that I have to do. It's something that I choose to do sometimes because I like how it feels. I like how it works. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm on here by myself. I hope he can come back on. But yeah, man, weed is cool. Weed is cool. I do like to like some of the chicks that I mess with. They like to partake, and it does enhance the sex. It can very, very much enhance the sex. So I love doing it with that. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's something that I do when all the important work is done. You know what I'm saying? If I know I got a live stream to do with Lucario, or if I know I got a photo shoot coming up or whatever, I'm totally sober for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't mess with none of that. But once I know that it's the end of the day and I ain't got nothing else to do, then, I take it, then I partake. I have some fun. I deal with whatever vice that I want to deal with, whether it be some drinks or some smoke. Sometimes I do cigars. You know what I'm saying? You get a little buzzer for cigar. You know what I mean? It's all good. But sometimes, see, I try to be the type of dude that I'm high on life, man. I know it sounds cliched. I know you heard a lot of other people say it, but my life. I'm grateful for my life. You know what I mean? So I'm not out here indulging in substances just for the simple fact of trying to escape anything, or if anything, I do it as a compliment. I do it to enhance. And there's some instances that I don't even need it. I don't need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because my life is that dope. So, my life is dope. So I don't need the dope. You feel me? I do the dope when I want to do the dope. And that's that. You feel me? So that's how that is. But I don't know if this guy's coming back on, man. I don't know if he's coming back on. Let me see if I see him on Instagram. I don't know if maybe his phone died or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so shout out to Joey Hustle&Smoke, man. It don't look like he's coming back. So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy, in the park, smoking it up. We had a really good interview. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we could do a part 2 another day. So I'm gonna just it's coming up on 60 minutes exactly. So if it hits 60 minutes and he hasn't come back, I'm gonna just assume that that's the end of the joint. So, shout out to him for having me on. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to that Bad Boy membership, www.badboymembership.com. And also, we got that documentary, that Game Kings documentary. Go to www.mrlocario.com to get the Game Kings documentary. That's something that we did with Steve the Dean, Rosebud, Rom Wills, Fuse, myself, and Lucario. You know what I'm saying? We put that together. So, and Boss Mac Topsoil is on there too, man. So really check that out. We got some great game on there. So it's your boy, man. Peace again to Joey Hustle and Smoke for having me on. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate him. Appreciate you guys for watching, and take it easy. Peace.